Hi. I'm strongly opposed IPv8. I'm strongly opposed this. It's ridiculous they call it IPv8. Okay? Now, advertisers, validate advertisers, they want advertisers, the advertisers. Minority. It's not even minority, it's 70%, 50%. Google said it's 50%. It's much more than that. It's just not a minority. Now, the reason I'm strongly opposed it is first because of this, right? IPv8 makes government across the globe much easier to block IP and censor internet, right? Because IPv6 has 2 to the 128 bits, right? That means how many address space or how many device addresses do we have? Oh, it's more than the atoms of the universe, right? So they cannot physically. It's impossible for them to. I don't know whether 2 to 100, probably whatever. It's a very big number. It's a lot of atoms in the universe, but just compare 2 to the 128, 2 to the 176, and 264. You can actually buy a big memory, which is this company like Chinese government could do, to store every block address in their hash table, right? So you have a big hash table that blocks this address, blocks that address, blocks this address, that address. They can do it very effectively to block it because there's not much space to use. Well, if it's 200, it's IPv6, it cannot actually do it because it's gonna overflow their RAM. It's gonna overflow their RAM if they're doing this, right? That is why I can still upload things here because I'm using IPv6. They cannot block my IPv6. They block IPv4 for sure, but they cannot block IPv6 because it can overflow the RAM. So here's the thing here, right? IPv6 just make it much easier with IPv8. Just they are trying to make it much easier to block, not just the government, but for any ISP, any of these big tech, whatever, they are trying to block our internet by proposing IPv8. They're trying to kill our rights, not even in freedom anymore. It has nothing to do with freedom. It's as rights, okay? It's rights. Freedom is probably very high demand. It's rights now. Because if you look at Android, they're killing bootloaders, right? Android VMs are locked down bootloaders with age verification. Now, say it's a Chinese government thing. Do you think the Western doesn't want to do that? What about age verification? They are busily trying to add it, and you cannot even contact to the Senate to tell them, I don't want this, right? So the government across the globe, they are trying to censor internet just like China does. Why they are proposing it right now? Because these big tech and these governments, they are trying to kill our rights. They really want you own nothing and be happy, right? They want really on us, you own nothing and be happy, right? And you will be happy, right? They are trying to this plan. Also, they are saying, what about they're not trying to deprecate things. Okay, even if theoretically they are not deprecating, you are still trying to deprecate IPv6, right? You're not IPv4 because you're supposed to say IPv6 is a minority, which is untrue. And you're telling me that then you implement IPv8. It's not IPv4 plus. It's not called IPv4 plus, right? No, it's not called that. It's called IPv8. That indicates they're trying to get rid of IPv6. It's really not solving anything, right? Also, their argument is it's very easy, just upgrade. They probably think of from server perspective. They have a big server, they can do this and can upgrade whatever. It's very hard nowadays to do today's devices because these devices lock down bootloaders. And routers also lock down, right? We have these routers. Androids just Android have 43% of Android devices being e-waste. I just showed you here, right? Google says it's a big security risk because they are not taking security patches because they are not running Android 13. And you are telling me they can upgrade the Linux kernel to support the IPv8? No, that's not going to happen, right? It's never going to happen. The reason they're proposing is they're trying to get rid of they're trying to create a print obsolescence to deprecate all our devices because Android OEMs lock down bootloaders. This is just IP Android and that. And routers. Routers are much harder to do too. These routers are locked down. Very few people know you can actually not using it. Probably there are more people know about lockdown bootloaders of Android than lockdown unlock routers. And usually you shouldn't just try to unlock it. You should buy a industrial router like I do. I'm not using a standard router. I'm using an industrial router because I need to connect to the globe without the Chinese government going by my way, right? They have this big GIFW. I need special devices to bypass it. I can probably do that because my bootloader is not locked down. I'm using a soft router, right? Soft router. I don't know why they use the term soft router. It's not hard router. It's soft router. Let's just call the term here. These routers will be deprecated because these routers OEMs will not get your patches too. And this is just not just phones and routers. You have VR devices. You have these embedded whatever these IoT devices, right? They are locked down bootloaders. They're using Android but locked down bootloaders. Your TV, whatever. It just creates a huge e-waste. It just immediately creates huge e-waste because they're trying to get you to support IPv8. Even they're saying IPv6 is not deprecated. Just to upgrade to support IPv8 is a huge problem because anytime you have that, if someone is using their addresses of IPv8, they will not be able to connect to your IP. It's just another N+1 problem, right? Also, they're talking about its address space is enough. No, it's not enough. 2 to the power 64 is way smaller than the machines we need. It may be able to enough to represent every machine on the planet, which I doubt it. But we also have to think about things like virtual machines, right? It has tons of address space. It's virtual. They are virtual, right? And one machine can actually consume an infinite amount of address in that sense because they are virtual machines. Also, you cannot actually reuse all your 2 to 64 because there will always be some addresses being managed, right? Being reserved for special use cases. So it's very untrue. And so to say IPv6 is very untrue, right? I've said even this email, even this YouTube video, I'm uploading because I'm still recording here. They come from IPv6. This proposal is just bullshit. They just use management problem as an excuse, as an example to attack open internet because they don't want you to have point-to-point connection, which makes it much easier to block. Like I said, they have this address space problem. They can block it. This is just a latest attempt by these big tech to try to, for their advertisers. I just show you advertisers, right? Advertisers to attack our global internet, to cover open internet. They're trying to get rid of it. Its security is inconsistent, right? It's your problem. It's not network. It's not one can afford it. I mean, people just don't care. Small network can absolutely afford it. The people who cannot afford it is these big tech, is legacy devices. They have these things. They don't want to do anything. They cannot upgrade it. For normal people, you are forced to buy new devices every 4 years because these devices are planned obsolescence. You see, in that small network, they don't care about standard network. Oh, it's network. Basically, it's just not a network. Don't say you're representing small network. You're not representing me. I'm using small network. You're not representing me. So we must oppose it at every level. It's just the latest by these big tech, including Google, what Microsoft, Apple, they are trying to get rid of our rights, and they are trying to, for this government, they are trying to. Oh, just recently, the Anthropic and others saying, you are not allowed this Chinese open source model. They are trying to get you the. I'm sure it's very good. They transit not for distillation. Distillation is actually a technique. They think distillation attack. It's not an attack, bro. You are, in essence, you are attacking the open internet by extract every bit of information on the open web. And you're saying other people are attacking you? That's just another example for them, because they can now block IP. Even for them, they're very easy. They can block IP now. They can block people who try to get rid the AI bubble. So we must kill it, basically. That's my thing. We must kill this. They are wrong. They are firstly wrong, because IPv6 is not a minority. It's over 50%. Google said the Chinese government says 70%. It's way more bigger than his claim here. IPv8 we must oppose it at every bit of level. Right? It's just another attempt that try to swallow the computing rights of us. That's my rant today, and I hope people can enjoy it. And we must send email back to IETF or what I think is IE to fuck them. Just fuck them, right? I think it's IETF.IETF.org. Yeah, it's IETF.IETF.org. Just send email to fuck them, to oppose it, just to F them. That's what we need. We need to F them, because they are trying to attack open web. That's why I rant.